How did it feel out there to really start it off and make that great grab? Obviously, you landed a little hard.
Being around guys like Mac Hollins always gives me juice.
Yeah.
You know, Red Bull.
Steph, when you signed here in the spring, when you signed in New England in the spring, could you imagine this moment, this day, this kind of game?
No, not at all. I mean, I obviously imagine the game just because we had a great group of guys in OTAs and training camp. You saw how many guys can make plays, and I was just so excited to be around those guys around that time in OTAs. You know, I didn't spend too much time doing OTAs. I never did, so I just looked at it as when we all getting together around like that training camp time. We just started meshing really well and like building that bond as like a brotherhood. So it's not nothing. I always take it one game at a time. I never look too far in the future, but you know, as this game and as this, you know, just life teaches you, stay patient, stay consistent. It'll all work out how it's supposed to.
There was a sideline report that said you were trying to escape the blue tent.
I was blacking out, bro.
So what was going on in there?
They was holding me in the tent. They said I had a concussion, but I never had a concussion. I never touched my head. I never laid on the ground. They monitored me for a concussion. I said I never had a concussion. I was touching my shoulder, so how would y'all say I had a concussion? So I was fighting with them to get back out there. It's the first drive. I'm wired to get back out there, get out there to make plays for my team, and we kind of like had a little stalling. So I was like, damn, I'm supposed to be out there. Parts of me feeling like I let the team down if I'm not out there a little bit. So I just try to like hone it in. I apologize to them afterwards, but you can't stop me from getting on that field.
So you had to pass the concussion test before you?
Yeah, I was like, I never had a concussion. So they said, what game is it? What quarter is it? Who'd you play last week? I said, listen, I don't even remember what I ate yesterday.
That fourth down catch on that one of the last drive, I think it went for 20 yards. Walk us through that.
It's a great ball. You know, I ran a route, tried to put speed on him. Drake put it where I could get it and nobody else. The guy tried to undercut. I thought he was going to play through the man, so I tried to put my hands out. That's exactly what happened.
To be able to have
great ball, though.
To be able to have this kind of performance, 9 catches, 10 yards, over 100, 9 catches on 10 targets, over 100 yards on this stage, in this moment, though, you know, you guys get clinch a playoff spot, all of that. It all kind of comes together like that. What's that feeling like?
I work for it. You know, a lot of people get distracted by other shit like off the field and stuff like that. But when it's time to lock in and it's football, I'm all football. I'm all locked in, and I work for it. I'm prepared for it. I expect it. I expect success, and I look at it as I want in the biggest moments my team to lean on me. You know, I work hard for it. I'm a leader on this team, and the leadership just don't come from just chatting or the talking part. It's come from making plays. So I just that's how I lean on it. In those biggest moments, lean on me. I usually can figure it out.
Feels like you have a lot of big games in prime time. What is it about?
That's my time. Prime time, my time. The world watching, and I always look at it as another opportunity to show the world who I am and how I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, my teammates got my back. I be being a positive influence, a positive force on this team, keeping my energy high, and just, ain't no let up in me. You know what I'm saying? When I perform, it's a normal, I was about to curse, no more shit but prime time, my time, for prime time, our time.
How confident were you guys when you guys got the ball back, with like 5 to go?
We was confident even when it wasn't looking as good. It's a 4-quarter game. That's a great football team, well-coached football team, good defense. But, I like us. I don't care who we playing against. I feel like we grind hard. We got a great identity. We built over a course of time. We got a great head coach. We're all playing this game, and we're meshing at the right time. So.
You're a Maryland guy. You have anyone here tonight?
Like at the crib. It's like 100 people here. You know what I'm saying? I only got like 10 to 12 tickets, but everybody else, they came to support. Mention my name, bring the whole city out.
You were a free agent for a while this offseason.
Yeah. They was thinking about signing those other guys, and I know all those other guys they was thinking about signing.
Do games like this feel better after that?
I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm more thankful that Mr. Kraft, Graves, Coach Todd, McDaniels, those guys took a chance on me. I was coming off an injury. I was healing up faster than anybody. So them to be able to take a chance on me and give me an opportunity to show the world who I am, I'm back and better than ever.
When you say they were thinking about signing other guys, you mean this team or other teams?
Yeah, this team.
Yeah.
I remember it was kind of like we had to figure it out process, but when they told me I had an opportunity to come in, I jumped at it. Guys where teams don't really like to sign guys, over 30 just coming off an ACL. So it's just more motivation for me to come out and, be myself. I know being myself is going to be enough. So, and I'm just around a great group of guys too. Like, I was joking about the Mac Hollins thing, but Mac Hollins really is another leader on this team that keeps me motivated, keeps me pushing. He works extremely hard, and then pairing that with a young quarterback, young talent like Kyle Williams, Pop, they keep me hungry each and every day to show them that. They like to call me OG, but I was like, I'm a rookie and a vet.
What's it like to clinch
Huh?
What's it like to clinch a playoff spot?
We did or we didn't?
You did,
yes.
Oh,
I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
We ain't thinking about that. You take it one game at a time. That stuff will figure itself out, but obviously, you work hard for that, but we're aiming for it. I'm aiming for it. I've been in the playoffs a lot, so I just wanted to bring this team along. I know it's been a rough couple seasons, but they have all the talent, they got all the potential. So we just trying to see through that potential and help things or see things coming in fruition, I guess.
Do you monitor how those other guys are performing compared
No,
to you?
I know exactly what they got going on. You know what I'm saying, but prayers to them. Hope everything goes well. Maybe in the future. Thank y'all.
Thanks, congrats.
Feel better this time last year?
That's the understatement of the year.
Well, Hunter, how big of a week was it, considering what transpired last week? Come back to your work. Stacy's feeding us all the reports from the sideline. This guy's out. This guy's out. This guy's out. You guys are pulling on a string here.
Yeah, man, just battle. A lot of toughness. A lot of guys step up. Man, that's the name of this game is guys being able to step up when their name's called, and a lot of guys did that tonight. And it's pretty cool to, kind of have the same exact situation we had last week. To be able to, come through in that aspect was pretty cool.
Hunter, think about Rhamondre and the progression of this season. The game that he played tonight, there was a time early this year, the fumbling issues cropped up again. Mike stayed with him, then went through the injury. What can you say about the way Rhamondre played this evening in light of everything that took place to get?
Yeah, that's what we expect of Madre all the time, man. Obviously, Trey going down and him having to step up and, almost play every down. Just the toughness he showed and just continuing to battle, run hard to, obviously come up with a big play at the end. But I think the pass protection, some of the, stuff in the pass game was huge. Just a lot of fun to have him on our team.
Do you find yourself in a similar situation as a team as last week? You were able to pull off the drive with 5 to go. Was there a conversation before that drive in the huddle? What was kind of the attitude as you went into that one?
I mean, it's what we wanted, honestly. To not come through last week was disappointing for all of us. Felt like we left a lot of plays out there, and it was disappointing to come out of that week like we were last week. But to be able to put ourselves right back in that situation again was pretty cool. And on the road, and loud. Everybody against us. It was just us out there, man, and pretty cool to come through.
You guys played some well.
I don't know. There's a lot of underdogs in there. There's a lot of guys that play with the chip on their shoulder on this team, and we just I don't know. We kind of feed off that. Everybody against us. It's a lot of fun to kind of come in and quiet a crowd, and I think everybody feeds off that.
It seemed like Diggs was quiet on all the sidelines, making catches, working the sideline. What's going on the sideline? What's he telling you guys?
He does it every week, man. He's very consistent with his energy, his juice, obviously making plays. He just brings a high level to the field, and then off the field also he just calls everybody up.
Clinching playoff spot, 2 games left to go, regular season. How good does it feel for that? And how much you looking forward to kind of seeing who's healthy on the team and then going towards the Jets?
Yeah, it's always good to be in the tournament, man. You clinch a bid in the tournament, anything can happen. So it's a blessing to be back. It's hard to get into the playoffs, man. Obviously, we haven't been there in a while, but it's cool to be back.
You hear the MVP chance for the kid. I mentioned last year, 1-9 last year as a starter. To get him to where he is now, what did you see, like the big change in the off season, preparation to camp, maybe the beginning of the year, Miami?
I saw a lot of it last year. To be honest with you, we weren't winning games, but I saw the talent, saw the poise, how he handled everything last year. I think translated in a big way. So, I just commend him in a big aspect. He's just stayed consistent, never rise to ups and downs. Is very consistent.
Nice.
How much did you like finding Mike talked about all week about finding your identity, being true, finish, strong, technique, fundamentals, complementary football that you guys played. How nice was it to see that all come together tonight, especially when you were down?
Yeah, it's huge. You just worry about the next play ahead of you. That's all we could do, and I think defensively, offensively, special teams, that's all we could do, man. Obviously, put ourselves in a hole in the fourth quarter, but to be able to come back and respond in that aspect was huge for this team, and we're excited to kind of build off that.
Chris, I guess just begin with the complimentary football we saw from you guys tonight with the forced fumbles, and even that last drive with 5 minutes to go where you guys go ahead and then Caleb comes up with a forced fumble. How important was that for you guys as a defense and what you were able to do?
Yeah, it was huge. We talked about it all week, trying to hammer out the ball and take the ball off those guys. We know they're a very good offensive team and just a whole very good team. And we knew we had to, get the turnovers and just that feeds the team. Getting the turnover feeds the team. So it's something we harped on all week, and I think it was Hawk and KC that both got the punch out. So glad they got those out, and they came at real big moments.
Coach talked about you in his post game. Said the fourth quarter, you guys are down 11. Said you made a tackle and then the one pass was the PBI. You played a lot of zone tonight, but you stepped up huge in the fourth quarter. What was it? You guys as a group, you personally? I got to make some plays here.
I feel like as a DB, you kind of always feel like that. You always feel like, you got to make a play. You want to make a play. Because as life as a DB is, if you make a play, everybody sees it. If you don't make a play, everybody sees it. So, the team and the guys trusting us to go out there and make the plays, and whoever's in the DB room that makes the play, and it happened to be me, but that play. But there's plenty of other plays that all of us have made, and we love that, making those plays and big moments.
You've been consistent all year long, kind of even keeled and everything, but how good does it feel to make the playoffs and clinch a spot tonight and be heading towards the postseason eventually?
It's pretty cool. It's cool. I feel like it's been some time coming, and we put the work in, we bought in, and it's nice to, clinch, but, we're far from done, and, we'll worry about the playoffs when they come, but we got the Jets next week, and another division game, and everybody knows how division games get, so we'll enjoy this on the plane ride back like every week, and tomorrow we're on to the Jets.
You talk about how when Lamar goes out, what that changes schematically for you and then mentally as well.
Yeah, everybody knows what Lamar brings, but Huntley coming in he's not just no slap quarterback. He's in the NFL and he's played for a while and done it. And a couple of guys we got to see him a little last year, so we kind of knew him a little bit. But it didn't really change our per se game plan or mindset or anything. When he went out, it was whoever steps out there as quarterback. At defense, we want to disrupt them and get off the field. Good.
Any other questions?
Thank y'all.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Good. For sure. Appreciate you.
Mike said this week, be good defense, you guys get the ball away.
Facts.
The Ravens had a 7-0 lead. They get a turnover, drive it again, take us to the punch out.
Those, like I said earlier, it goes back to practice, man. We started doing takeaway drills like Wednesday, and we put emphasis on punching the ball. I got off a block, I set it off, I seen there was opportunity there, so I just swung, and I was fortunate enough to hit the ball, and came out. My guys recovered it. It was one of the takeaways that was a key for our team, and I'm happy to contribute and help us win. Sure.
Attrition was part of the NFL for you guys in the last few weeks. And even tonight, as the game was going along, getting hit, one injury after another. Kyrus went down.
Yeah.
Farmer goes down. How do you describe the resilience?
How do I say that one more time?
The resilience of the team. How do you describe it in the face of kind of the adversity you started to face with all these?
Yeah. One thing I like to say: nobody folded. We not folding. I'm big on that. And all my brothers, everybody on that team, man, we not folding, man, regardless of what it is, at what point we at in the game. Everybody kept their head high. Everybody believed. And, it showed, and even for the people that went down, it's always unfortunate when your brother go down, man. It's always unfortunate. But the next man's just as prepared. He comes in, we believe in him too. And whatever we got to do to get the win, we'll get the win. So I'm just glad that, we were very resilient and nobody folded.
When it got to 3 after the 2-point conversion, what was the mindset coming back onto the field from that? Is there a lift you get defensively?
For sure. Yeah, for sure, man. You feed off each other. Offense feeds off defense, defense feeds off offense, for sure. We want to help each other out. And for sure there was like a lift. And we were out there like, man, let's go. We got to get the ball back or we got to get a stop, for them. Get the ball back in their possession, get it back at 10, get it back in 10's hands. And, that's what we did. And it just showed,
How good is it? You guys are dope on the road.
Turn me up.
Outside of your crib. You have an
Turn me up. We got aura on the road.
What makes you guys so good on the road?
I feel like we just, like Coach says, man, I know it sounds cliche, but pack your identity. We packing the identity with us. And, you know, we bring it from different stadium to different stadium. And, you know, we stick together, man. You know, going in these hostile environments, you know, where these fans are, like, loud, going against these good teams. I mean, that was a hell of a team. We stick together and we just believe, you know, and we work hard. And,
what are your thoughts on qualifying for the playoffs?
I mean, that's big, but more work to do. You know, more work to do, more stuff to input, more work to do. Time to just get even more better and keep chirping away. You know, we still got 2 more games left. You know, we're still on that 1 week at a time pace, 1 day at a time, win the day, and keep the motto and keep the main thing, and keep going.
With that, what's your message to the fans back home? You know, what you guys are able to accomplish to get into the postseason, but also what they've meant to you all year long.
And I appreciate them more than anything. We have been the most live. We have had the most live and turned fans at home, and it's been so fun playing, you know, at home in front of them, and you know just how, you know, just even interacting with them. You can tell they really appreciate us, and we appreciate them.
How about on the road? The last question we've seen this year, greater fan showing, bigger fan.
Man. Yeah, that's been really cool. We travel well. I ain't gonna lie. This has been very cool seeing that. Like, I would look behind our bench, and we just a whole bunch of it just Patriots fans, and I'm just like, wow, this is lit. Like, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? It's a family thing, and it's a culture thing. It's real cool. It's cool to see. Appreciate you guys.
Was it just a go route and Drake was going to toss it over the shoulder, or describe the play?
Yeah, I mean, that play, Drake had, he could go from either side. He could go to his left or he could go to his right. You know, snap the ball, shout out to the line, shout out to Josh for making the call, and shout out for Drake for making the throw. But I think I just did my job at the end of the day. Just, you know, man to man, we talked about it all week. It was just getting open, and, you know, it was my opportunity, and I got called on, and I was just ready for the moment.
What was that conversation? You said we talked about it all week. Why was that a topic this week?
Because we knew last week we didn't do how we wanted to in man, and previous week before, so we knew man was a big thing that we was going to see this week, and we wanted to make sure we dominated because we know we could dominate zone. So just coming in this week, what's the word I'm looking for? Assuming that we was going to get man, and we got it. And then for me, I mean, I love man on man, so I was just making the most of it.
Concentration on the catch itself. Looked like you kind of had it, and then we were kind of fighting it just a little bit. Just what kind of goes into that to make sure you secure it there?
It's everything that leads up to the game. Pre-practice, at home, I do a lot of juggling, tennis ball machines, hand and eye coordination. I'm always on the jugs, pre-practice. So just those things leading up to the game help me concentrate on that catch. So, you know, it's always eyes before the hands. You catch what you see, so I looked it all the way in.
We saw Drake hit a little look away on that first touchdown pass. Did you see that?
Which one?
On the first one, I think to Hunter. He threw it and looked away.
I think I looked away with him because Hunter was so wide open. I knew what was happening. So
how have you seen his confidence grow throughout the year, and especially in big moments?
I mean, it's amazing. He's a dog. He's a leader. You know, he's always coming in the huddle with some encouraging words, letting us know, reminding us of what we need to focus on, make sure we do our job. And, you know, he's a conductor at the end of the day. You know, whatever he says, we follow. And he's been doing a great job. So I'm so proud of him, you know. But we got a lot way more to go.
This was the biggest Patriots fourth quarter comeback since that 28-3 Super Bowl win. Yeah, what does that say about just this team and the ability to bounce back 1 week to the next and even 1 quarter to the next?
I think it says a lot about the team, but I think it also says a lot about our identity. You know, I mean, we preach that. You know, your identity travels everywhere you go. It doesn't matter if it's raining, if it's 11 o'clock at night, your identity will always show up. So we preach hard on making sure we show our identity for 4 quarters. Until it says 3 zeros on the clock, that's when we can stop. But until then, we got to show our identity. So shout out to the team and shout out to our identity.
How important was it to you to show teams down the road that if you think you can stifle us with man coverage, you're wrong?
I think it was less of showing teams, but it was just more proving ourselves right. That we know we could do what we say we're going to do. So, you know, man-to-man is something that if we keep getting it, we're just going to keep abusing it. And hopefully teams decide to back up. But if not, we're just going to make it work in our advantage.
Thanks so much.
We knew they had a couple speed skaters on their side of the ball. Ball getting a little loose from their body, so obviously that's the time to make a play and see ball get ball.
So did you kind of live up to your name, Chaisson after that?
I see what you did. No, that was cool. But no, it's in those moments right there, man. And we hustling, and obviously every play of the game, you want to hustle and get to the ball for sure. But you got to find that extra effort. You got to find that extra will too, to make that play for your team. So I'm excited to have that opportunity for sure.
Yeah, the speed skaters. What does that mean?
Like I said, just the ball get a bit loose from the body. So if you ever watch the speed skater roll, how they kind of move in their body figure, it's kind of how a couple of their ball carriers move with the ball. So we already knew that was going in. A couple of their guys put it on film already, so it was going out there and make that play.
We saw you guys out in practice working on the ball security drills, punching in and out. Did you do more of those throughout the week this week?
It was a heavy emphasis for sure. I think we emphasized turnovers just heavy throughout our game plan in general. But it was an emphasis this week. Like I said, they had a couple ball carriers that with the ball get pretty loose from their body. So we got some balls out today, and that was pretty dope.
What does this type of victory, a comeback, say about the development of this team? Because during your winning streak, you guys were up a lot of times, didn't have a lot of comeback wins. So to win in this style, what does that tell you about this team, how it's evolved?
I think it's everything that we say we are. Last week we missed the opportunity to do that, so it was a quick turnaround to make sure that we capitalize and finish that and get better in that area. So it's all about the will and the 1-2. And as a defense, man, we talked about it. It was all about making play that come to you, and when you get the opportunity, man, make those plays, man. This is the day, this is the time to do it. So once again, it's always exciting for these opportunities. Sure.
Well, I know you guys have been working on getting more turnovers as a defense too tonight. Just how nice is it to finally get a couple bounces your way on those fumbles?
Yeah, no, Brady's been saying it all year long, man. There's a couple times that we got the ball out and the ball just didn't bounce our way and got back in offense hands. But just keep going and keep trying and keep fighting, and one of those gonna fall our way. So we had two that came our way. Just keep doing everything that we practiced all week.
And just in the battle of Derrick Henry, how did run game? Just what did you see out there in terms of how you guys were faring against that?
We played physical and we didn't stop, man. Obviously, once the quarterback went out, we knew kind of they was gonna lean on him a little bit more into the run game. And then they had some good plays. They gained positive yards, but we just knew to keep battling, bend don't break. So that's our main thing, man. Get the job stopped, and we did that.
What's it mean for you to clinch a playoff berth today?
Say it one more time.
What's it mean for you to clinch the playoff berth tonight?
Obviously, man, you never take those for granted. I think this franchise and the organization definitely deserves it. We worked our ass off to get to this point. It's a pretty dope opportunity, but we can't let it overlook everything that we got going forward for the rest of the year. And next week, we got to play a division opponent and fight for the division for sure.
Speaking of that, Mike Vrabel in his first year in New England going to the playoffs, what can you say about what's unique about his style and how he impacts this whole problem?
I think it's not really much to say. I think we all kind of see everything that he implements to this program, how much he means to this franchise, man. He's been a part of some great teams, whether it was coaching or actually playing. So he knows everything that it takes to be in this position. So super grateful to have him. Super grateful for the coaching staff in general, for everything that they emphasize and everything that we worked on throughout the week. So I think everything that we've done on the field just embodies everything that we believe within the building, for sure.
I know you're not in the huddle with him, but how have you seen Drake grow throughout the year in terms of during the week being a leader?
Say it one more time, sorry.
Like, how have you seen Drake grow this year being a leader, and especially in a night like tonight where he's got to lead a fourth quarter comeback?
Yeah, each week he's getting better and better and better. I think he's been a great leader from the jump from starting OTAs, but he's finding new ways to be a leader to every unit on the team, and I think just going throughout the week and just watching him prepare, whether that's in practice or just in the meeting rooms or whether it's in the team meeting where he has to answer questions out loud for everybody, that shows the confidence that we have within him, within the system. He's been doing a phenomenal job, and I expect him to keep going in that direction for sure. But
Rhamondre said that you didn't even know that you guys would clinch the playoff spot tonight. Like, was that a talking point throughout the game?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know either. So no, we didn't focus on that, man. We were just focusing on 1-0 beating the Ravens. So I think it's always a phenomenal opportunity to go to the dance, to be in that party. So shout out to the guys, shout out to everybody for bouncing back and getting back on the same page. Sure.
You guys lost a lot of teammates today just to injury. What does it say about the team depth and the team to be able to gut out this performance with all the guys going out?
Get your ass in the training room and get better. So I think everybody's going to take care of their body. They're going to do their best to get back in the field. But we got guys within the depth of us to continue to practice like they're starters and prepare like they starters all throughout the week. So the guys that are needing to fill in, I know they're going to fill in well. So.
Take us through like the moment when you found out
I found out it was 3-1. I said, "Ooh, that's what I'm talking about." You feel me? I was so happy. Like I'm happy if anybody would have recovered it, but for it to be 3-1, he was mic'd up. Another takeaway for him too. We back there doing it together. That's what it's about, man. Yeah.
They have a recent history of blowing leads. Was that talked about at all?
No, we didn't talk about that, man. We like I said, we went into this knowing this was gonna be a dogfight. We knew they were a hell of a team, and we knew it was gonna be four quarter game.
And one more thing. They were up 11 with the ball.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry was not in the game. Did you notice?
I noticed, but like at the end of the day, like I said, they're talented. 34 is just very talented. They have a lot of players that can create explosives. So like I noticed he wasn't in the game. I don't know the reason. I'm not on their side of the ball. I'm not on that team, but I'm focused on what we got to do.
Interesting. How to feel the runs at the end, especially touchdown.
Yeah.
Killing clock at the end. Mental to stay in bounds, keep the clock running, all that.
I kind of played that one close, though. I got a little too close to the sideline, but yeah, it felt good. It felt really good. Just stay on the field. Get that last touchdown. Get the win for our team. So yeah, it feels great.
I feel like I don't want to say back to where when you were running for contact, but when you hit contact, you're carrying guys.
Yep.
You're a good contact runner.
I appreciate that. I kind of pride myself on that. Don't let the first guy, get me down. And 3 yards is, a good run at the end of the day.
After the third quarter, what do you think clicked in the fourth quarter to have 3 successful drives there to come back from that 11?
We just all came together. We knew what we had to do. We made a few mistakes, a couple drives before that, so we knew what we had to do. Just tighten up, limit the mistakes, and go down there and score some points.
Do it on the road to clinch a playoff spot. Is it extra sweet?
Oh yeah, I didn't even know we did that. So yeah, that's awesome. The playoffs are fun. That's what we play for. So yeah, competitive team. So I think we're ready for it.
Rhamondre, what does it mean for you and this team to be in the playoffs, especially sort of after what you have experienced over the past 2 seasons?
Yeah, it means a lot. Our work is finally, getting put on the forefront, getting some dubs under our belt. That feels great. I feel like we're all competitors in that room, so just to be in the spot we're in is great for all of us.
Remind you of the 2-point conversion. Take us back to that. Besides hitting a lot tonight, pass protection, in that case, you get out. Drake keeps the play alive.
Yeah, it was a play we kind of been working on in practice for, weeks on end. So I think everybody did their job. Like you said, no blitz came, so I got to get out. And I was just got open for Drake, and he found me and threw me the ball.
They were in zone, huh?
Yep, zone. Yep, sure was. Good. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.